It's time.
Oh my God.
We are live.
We're
See,
live.
this way we know at least every Sunday we're live. Because
We're
it
still,
tells us.
we're
tells
still
us,
alive.
Yeah, we're still alive because it tells us we're alive.
Yeah, we're alive.
We're alive.
We're good.
On Sunday, excuse my note, Sunday, April 2nd, 2023. My brother turned 65 today.
Oh.
Palm Sunday, episode number 139 of the famous Flock Around the Table.
Yeah, the famous.
Infamous Flock Around the Table.
We don't have Snoop Dogg behind us yet. But
No, not yet. But you never know. We
Yeah.
might have to. What I need to find is a velvet Elvis. You know, one of those velvet Elvises that put somebody
and superimpose like Snoop Dogg's
on
face on it.
Yeah,
that'd
be
good.
cool to stick behind us, so we have Snoop with us all the time. Because the Snoop Dogg is coming to Indy, but his tickets are kind of expensive, and I'm too old to go sit on the grass. So, I probably just, and I don't want to get in all that traffic. Ugh, can you imagine?
All the traffic
is bad. I mean, even when we go to Conner Prairie on the weekend, every once in a while we'll go and we sit on the grass and take food and do the whole thing. Oh my God. Getting in there is no problem because we get there early enough to park it and get our stuff and eat and watch everybody else come in and try to fit 20 people in a space this big with a crock, thing. And then while they're setting up their little space in their chairs, their kids wandering down the hill, rolling as their diapers are starting to fall off. And yeah, it's really kind of fun.
But it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it is fun to watch. It really is.
But that's
good music.
That's your jam, though, too, is to just
that's
kind of hang back and watch the people.
That's me. I am total
people watcher.
Beyond total. I will actually follow them to see what they're going to do. Not really. Well, yeah, I will. Because sometimes you wonder, where in the hell are you going in that outfit?
With that outfit on.
Yeah. Especially like down at Disney, because that's the best place to go. And on the cruise ship.
Or Vegas.
Well, Vegas, but I don't get there very often.
No, I know. But I did.
My husband actually mentioned that. He's like, we haven't been out there in years. We should get out there and see what it was like. We went I went downtown to actually pick up my niece for dinner Monday. And she was at the Marriott, and I have not driven the downtown streets in 2 years-ish.
2+ years, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I've been down to Shapiro's, but I have a set way to go to Shapiro's. And so but I didn't notice that all the way they've changed so much.
I haven't been down there forever.
Over by the hospital and everything. It's just crazy.
I went up to Marsha's yesterday, and I'm like, I have not been up here for a hot minute, and they've changed freaking everything.
I know. And it was so nice. You go and you buy a house out in the sticks, and now nothing is in the sticks.
Yeah, she's not in the sticks anymore. She's got a house right in her freaking backyard. Houses.
Yeah. So,
Chicken Sharon says smooches from Carmel.
Oh, yay! Chicken Sharon, you're on today. Cool.
Hi, Miss Chicken Sharon.
Nice to see you.
And Nancy and Karen.
And Karen. Cool.
And Karen.
Morning from California. Boy, it's early there. You must be up before everybody else. Yeah. Or you work the night shift and you're getting ready to go to bed. I guess you could go to bed with a laugh.
Yeah, us. Laughing at us with our...
She's already packed for her cruise. Sharon, you're going to unpack and pack many times before we actually go.
Good God, girl, it's in August.
Well, she knew it was an A word. She just didn't know which A. It was an A month.
Chicken
I just
Sharon,
didn't know.
It's August.
Yeah, I didn't know for sure. So
not April.
These are getting in the way of my my bottom.
I said, I wonder if I could take the sides off of these and hot glue the fronts of it onto my cheaters.
Wouldn't that be great?
Because I think that needs to be done.
I think so too. I think we could do that for a lot of them.
And I could wear my cheaters like this.
Yeah, see, with my bifocals, it's not quite as easy. Yeah, because you see the blue and everything. The pink ones
I'm ready to go to Karen. I'm just not ready to pay for it yet. But I have to pay for it by next month.
The end of May.
Yeah.
Yep. She's going to have it by the end of May. If nothing else, I'll pay for it and you can pay me back. Because you're going. Because we're going to be on the ship one Sunday morning. Now, we probably have to tape it and upload it because it may take a week to upload because the streaming sometimes. But once we get into Alaska and on ground, we can find an internet cafe or somebody who has pretty decent internet. And then, or just use maybe use my computer because it's got the 5G attached. I can use it to my phone and we can get them live from, they can see us live from Alaska.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be good. Hopefully we'll have a few of you
Susie
with us.
from Vegas says hi. Vegas is in the house.
Vegas is in the house.
Are you dealing cards
gosh.
for us this morning? I could really use a full
Vegas,
house.
Golden.
Or maybe,
Vegas is in the house. Mikey had just mentioned this week how we haven't been to Vegas in so long. He'd be interested
I've
to
been
see.
there enough for you.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah, I've been there enough for you.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like a perpetual gambler or anything. My in-laws used to live there.
Well, actually, when we get to that bridge that, you can look through and stand on and,
Over the Hoover Dam?
Yeah, I'll have him drop me off at the edge and then he can drive out there and do his thing and pick me up on the way back. Because there's no way you're going to get me out there on that thing.
Oh.
Because I don't want to see anything.
Are you talking about
like Hoover Dam? Didn't they make that bridge so you can see through it?
No, that's the Grand Canyon.
Oh.
I think. Susie, let us know if that's
out by the
Hoover Dam. They did
Hoover Dam. They put it over where the dam spills, over the spillway, so you can't drive across that anymore. So they put an actual road that went over that. Lake Mead's over here.
Yeah, no. I know they put a road over there, but I didn't think there was a glass like.
I think there's a place where you can kind of look down into it, or they have.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Doing, an observation thing there that you can kind of pull over.
Yeah, she even says the glass bridge is over the Grand Canyon.
Over the Grand Canyon?
That's the Grand Canyon. That's not Hoover Dam. They put in another bridge across there by the Hoover Dam, but it's just a
regular
bridge.
Okay, well, we won't go into the glass bridge then.
Yeah, no.
No, but I've always wanted to take the train ride down. Have you ever done that?
Train ride down.
Girl? Yeah, there's a train that goes down into the Grand Canyon. It goes boop, 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 boop.
From where?
I don't know, from some city. From the train station. Well, anyway, our Vegas girls, if I ever get out there, I'll let you know.
And we have Chicago or Illinois in the house.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah, bypasses the dam. The new bridge in up by Hoover bypasses the.
Okay, that's
dam
it then.
Stuff. The dam stuff.
Damn stuff. Wait, then I got the damn stuff. And it's like that water level is so far down.
Yeah, it's so low.
That it's like, wow, the dam is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. The dam just didn't, I remember when we went out there the very first time. No, I think it's
just, global warming. Climate change.
Yeah. Not that the water levels sucking it dry. No offense, no letters, no anything. That's a piece of banana cream pie right there. Let me tell you.
Yes, it is. Who likes pie?
Yeah, who likes pie? So anyway,
I did put on a few stitches on my muscle brick this week. Literally a few stitches because y'all saw it. I posted on Instagram. I was having a cocktail and knitting.
She was having a cocktail and knitting, and we had date night this week.
We did.
Oh, it was so nice to see him.
Because my husband was golfing.
Yeah, and if I get back at this point, I'm not going up to Chicago on Wednesday, so I might be able to meet you again for date night. That's what Mikey said. He goes,
"Oh, this coming Wednesday?"
Yeah, he said, "Are you guys discussing your platform?" And I said,
"No."
No, I said it's date night with Matt, and he goes, "Who's Matt?"
We're at 139. We have never discussed what we're going to talk about beforehand.
Never.
Not once. You guys.
No. Maybe sometimes I'll come in and say, "Hey, look, I got this new this week."
Yeah, so we know.
Blah blah blah.
Kind of
have that, but for
like
the most
5
part,
minutes before we start.
For the most part, this is just kind of like in our heads. And if we thought about something during the week, I may put it in a note, but then I can't find the note by
Can't
the
find the
time I
note.
get here.
Whatever.
So I couldn't tell him. I found it.
We're just hanging out knitting. It's just like you're knitting with your friends at the knit shop. That's it. That's what we
pretty
do.
much we do. This is
Yeah.
just your safe place to know that you can think anything you want. And if there's no,
You can say anything
you can
want.
say anything you want too. You
But
can
we
put it on
might
here.
ask you if you like pie.
Yeah, see if
But-
it gets to that point, we might say. And New Hampshire's in the house. Boy, we've got everybody
New
here.
Hampshire.
We are getting global. Come on, guys. Let's get our
Maggie, where are you?
Maggie and Jeanette. We need our,
We need the international.
I know
gals.
we do, especially Stockholm, but I don't need Stockholm yet. I need Stockholm in June because that's when we leave. We'll be in Norway the first week, and then the second week is the second part of that cruise is Stockholm and Copenhagen and things like that. So let all
Okay.
your friends know in Europe that they need to know that I'll be in the house. And then
Yeah, you're gonna be
I can sign autographs
on a different continent
Yeah,
there for a
I was-
hot minute.
Yeah, for
She's gonna
just
be
a-
across the pond.
I'll be on the pond there for a hot minute there. So, yep. Well, it will be
Yeah.
in a couple weeks because we leave on the 12th for Barcelona. Well, actually, 13th. The ship sails on the 13th.
Oh, but you're leaving on the
12th.
12th.
We always go down the day before because I don't want to
Miss the boat.
miss the boat. My father did that.
Yeah, no.
You know,
not
it's
gonna
not
miss
a
the
good
boat.
story. You know, it's not a good thing. And my mother made him spend his hard-earned money to get him to catch a can on the one flight per day back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, and Mikey and I were still living in Matson, so that was like 79 or 80, way long time ago. And they only had one flight to catch the can. She made him sit up all night in the airport. My dad liked to sleep, so yeah, she was ready to come home. She would have come home, but he talked her into staying. So she had a good time, and she liked the cruise.
And she had a story for her entire
She
life.
does. That's what we did. And my father, whenever says something about missing the boat, we're like, "Yeah, my dad did that." And they're, everybody goes, "Oh, that's."
Sometimes I think guys do that just so that there's a story.
Yeah,
Just-
except my dad missed a whole day of all that food.
Well,
Because he was a foodie as well. So he would go, he was like pissed. He wanted to And then he gets home and he's like, "I think I'm going to write him and tell him that they need to credit me or something." And it's like, no, dude, you missed it. You didn't read the date on here. You just assumed based on what you had written down from the year before when you first found it, I was like, whatever.
Well, did I ever tell you that? So Tori went to Hawaii with her grandparents. It was a business trip for grandma. And so grandpa got to go because the company would pay for him to go. And so they invited our daughter, and she was like, I want to say like 9, maybe 10 at the time.
Yeah.
Invited her to come along because come on, it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
And grandpa always liked having her along because then he had somebody with him when he went to go do the things that he wanted to do.
Exactly.
So they took Tori along with. Now, this was many years ago. They had a travel agent at the workplace.
Sure.
And they scheduled everything, including for the grandchild.
Uh-huh.
But it just worked out where like the hotel and the flights, it was a better deal to have stay longer in the one day longer in the hotel.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And but fly out
right
the day the day before.
Yeah.
Well, my mother-in-law totally missed that the flight was say on the 20th, but the hotel was to the 21st. So on the 21st, because she's just looking at the hotel. So on the 21st, they pack up and go to the airport, for the time slot, not knowing that they had completely missed their flight from Hawaii back home by a whole day.
Oh my goodness.
And my poor daughter, who was,
9
or something, she thought she was not going to get home.
Yeah, I'm sure. So that'd
She
be
was
scary.
She was petrified that she wasn't going to get home. And then, it cost an arm and a leg because it wasn't the airline's fault that they missed their flight. It was
no.
And so
And 20 years ago, nobody gave you any kind of credits or you didn't have miles or any of that stuff.
Oh, I think she had miles or whatever, but
or it might have been newish, but
they paid exorbitant amount.
Oh yeah.
And then they had, like 4 connectors or something. And one of them was in Dallas, and then there was a delay, and so then now they're in Dallas,
and the poor kid is still
oh, it was just,
oh my gosh.
To this day, Tori was like, I don't know how we got home. I don't know how we ended up getting home. Well, I just didn't think I was ever going to get home.
My husband's one of these that says, just get on a flight. So if you say you're on the plane, you're getting ready, like we go down on the 12th, and let's just say it gets delayed, but they can put you on a flight that has to go to DC and then to Tampa or something. He's like, just get in the air. And I'm like, no, because you can get stranded in the next place. I said, I'm not one of these that likes to do that. If I have a nonstop, I booked in a nonstop for a reason. And
I don't want
to stop anywhere. And so, but usually coming home, I don't worry so much about. Oh, Maggie's here. She's
Hi, Maggie.
Yep, for her boys now.
Okay, well, we are international.
Well, good. Then we are international. So Maggie's here, so she likes to listen to us babble, so she can get her boys socks made. I know we never say anything of it. Well, we do, but that's okay.
Okay, so
Terry is knitting the sleeve of the 5-day sweater. It has taken more than 5 days to make it.
No shit, it's taken more than 5 days.
Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, wasn't there a few years ago, like 3-4 years ago, wasn't there a sweater knit along that was like the Weekender or something like that? And people thought that, oh, it's a Weekender. We can get the. No, it's just the name of it.
Well, I remember some of the girls when we used to go down to the one knitting retreat. It was always like the sock weekend. How many pairs of socks, or if you started a pair of socks, you documented it and who did it in the fastest time.
Leah.
Yeah.
Leah freaking does the socks the fastest.
She really does. I mean, she's like a major fast knitter. But I made your one mitten in a day, so that was pretty good. But the book was really good. So I'm surprised you can get it on your hand, because I was doing this, listening to the book, and I was waiting for the next part to keep going, and they were like, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. So it was really cool.
It's a good book.
Yeah, it was one of those secret agent ones that I like to listen to.
Marcia sent me a book that I need to listen to, but I need to find my library card so that I can get the library audiobooks on my phone.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't know what my library number is and my card number is.
Just log in. Tell them you forgot your password. They'll send you a new password, relog in, and then you'll have your number.
I've never logged in.
Oh, okay. So you would
I have to create my account.
Okay,
and for that, I need my library number.
Okay.
And I would have to go to the library and go, I lost my card.
Right.
Yeah.
And just go in and get it. Well, that's good. I should probably shouldn't tell anybody, but I share my card. My mom used it, and my niece uses it because and now I use more Libby than the other. Then I used to pick up the CDs and then put them on my computer and then save them, because then they never expire, and I still have a couple of those on there because they never go away. If you don't get it done in 21 days or 14 days, whatever the rental is. But Sharon says she always knows when I'm
Sharon
going
just says, give her my library number.
Okay, I'll give her a do it. There you go. It's all digital anymore, and they all share anymore, so it's all pretty cool. So
okay,
look at this.
I played Yarn Chicken. This is how much yarn I have left. Now, I want to preface this by saying I did start my last section of this shawl one row before because I was afraid I might run out of yarn.
Okay.
I could have put the other row in.
You could have put the row in. But that's okay. That's good.
Done.
Yay. It's gorgeous.
It's done. It's done. It's done. And the ends are all woven in. I didn't block it, but I don't think it really needs to be blocked.
No. No,
I mean,
you
maybe
don't.
to get this curly bit
To-
on the end to
Yeah,
not
to get
curly
this
bit,
maybe, but you could spray that. I mean, and just pin it so that you've got it.
So I
so
did
it
a little
stays.
I did a little video and I put it up on Instagram. You guys can really see the sparkle in it on that, where you can't really see it here.
Now,
But there is sparkle in this.
this is so cute. It really is adorable.
It's Finny.
It's finitio. And she has her knitting mittens on.
Yeah, no, well, compression
Mittens.
My hands hurt so bad this morning that I'm like, I need to put these on for a bit. I could probably take them off now, but
yeah. But in between, I noticed I ordered a new pair, and I find wearing it on, because of the way I hold my teeny tiny needles. That's the main reason I'm thinking of going to Magic Loop. Like when I make mittens, then I can use a longer needle.
That's why I don't do those little because
it's very difficult sometimes to hang on to them. Yeah. Lately, I've had more trouble with my right thumb. So I have to get in and see my thumb guy. I have a thumb guy. I saw a back guy this week. He was really nice. Gave me some exercises.
Yeah.
Took some x-rays. Boy, they make you do strange x-rays. Because they wanted to see the tilt, the stretch. And so, I had to reach across and kind of twist my hips, sort of like I was getting ready to twerk, and push my stomach forward, And then she's like, okay, just hold it there. Okay, now twist a little to the right. And I'm like, I can't. I'm stuck. And then she's like, okay, now we need to thrust your hips forward. And I'm like, okay.
Are you getting us in the position to twerk here?
I said, what are you doing here? And she goes, I've never heard it called that. Nobody's ever said that. I said, well, I'm sort of a unique sort of person. So.
You're unique. You are unique.
So anyway, yeah, I was zapped, and then they're going to do an MRI. So I called back to the office, and I said, just as she was getting ready to go home, and I said, I don't want anything important. I know you're getting ready to leave. I said, but just can you put a note on your desk that when you schedule this, it has to be open. I'm claustrophobic. And she goes, oh, okay, I can do that. So otherwise I'll have to take 10 of Valium, and Mikey will have to take me. Because I'll be, even with that.
Oh, I can't stand that.
I can fall asleep with the Valium.
Oh, well, with Valium, yeah.
Yeah, because I'll take the whole 10. So anyway.
Karen says she's seen it. It does sparkle.
It does sparkle.
It does sparkle.
Maggie, come on the cruise. Yes. And you could see us every day. I make Maggie's day. Ha ha, you don't, I don't. She said you, which probably is
you. Of course it's you.
But it's more me, because it's all about me. Anyway.
It's always about you.
But that's amazing.
Finally done. Finally done.
And it's one of those projects that you just make it work. If it doesn't come out, then who cares? You just knit two together or add an extra stitch or whatever. It's going to work out no matter what.
I didn't even... you
they're pretty much all the same size. I mean, from the standpoint of, because they're the same size skeins, but still, even if they just happen to not be, it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. At 50 miles an hour, who's going to notice?
Riding by on a horse, nobody's going to.
Even walking past you on the cruise ship, they're never going to see it.
Yeah, no.
So this is
honestly, I don't think that there's many like yarn over or knit two together mistakes in here. I know there's a couple of rows where like I did the knit two together or knit front and back on the sides on the wrong row, like the back or the front row or
mine
whatever.
Mine definitely has that. I have one. My orgasm has a bump. It has a little knot.
Oh, because you did it the wrong way.
I did it the wrong way.
Oh, I never did it the wrong way, but I done it on the wrong side.
Yeah. So you have to, I have a little bump, It's just a little thing. No. I think
Unlike my
mine-
last bendy arrow where I bumped and then I ran with it that way, I think that's what I did. I was like, oh, instead of going this way, I'm going to go that
this
way.
and
And I'm just going to keep going with it that way.
So we changed the whole pattern to something totally different, and it'd be like, here, is that?
I said,
Maori?
oh, it'll fucking black
Is
out.
that Maori?
Bendy arrow? No.
I can't remember who did that one.
I can't remember. Can any of you guys remember Bendy Arrow,
Whoever did it? But this way, she could have sent the pattern to her, like I did with my mittens for the hat. I sent it to the person that I made my Notorious Amy hat, and then I made the mittens to match. I sent the pattern and said, "Here, it's all yours. I don't really care. I just did it so that I could match the hat because you wanted to do something
right." North Carolina's in the house.
Yay!
NC.
This is a perfect size for the airplane, like beyond perfect for the airplane, so that you can still have it blowing on you so you don't get overheated and get nauseous, but yet you still can stay nice and toasty warm, and you're not getting the breeze down your shoulders, that you get from this. This is so cool. I need to finish mine. I'm going to take it with.
You're going to take it with, right?
I am taking that one with, and
which I call popcorn knitting because it literally is just.
It's just kind of do your thing, and I'm going to have to figure out which books I'm going to take, and I'll do it with the book. But you know what I was thinking of doing with mine? I was thinking of putting tassels maybe here on mine or fringe on it, just because I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, it would be interesting
for the bottom of it, just to kind of, just have a little extra thing to it. Maybe buy some little balls, dingo balls or something like that. Put that kind of fringe.
Can you put some balls on your orgasm?
And then I'll wrap my penis pepper in it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I'll have balls on an orgasm.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
We went there.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry. We went there. It's us.
It happens. It's just who and what we are. She likes the F word.
I do.
And
it's my favorite one.
For some reason, we always get back to the VJ and the little sticker thing the guys have, and just
sticker thing the guys have. What?
We always end up talking about the VJJ. Not always, but we end up talking about the hoo-ha and the guy's sticker thing.
The pokey outie.
The pokey outie thing that they have.
The pokey outie.
The thing they figure out they have when they're about 2 years old, and they keep a hand on it for the rest of their life.
Well, they don't want to lose it. It might go somewhere.
I'm serious. When guys come out of anesthesia, that's the first place their hand goes.
Well, they got to make sure it's still there. Nobody took it from them.
I never have understood that. I don't see women doing that. Women don't go, "Hey, where are my boobs?"
No, I'd be like, oh, fuck, they're still there.
That would be.
Why didn't you take them away?
That was the first thing I said. No.
Jeez.
I had abdominal reconstruction surgery, and they had approved taking off this big blob down here.
Yeah.
But I had been in surgery so long, and I was starting to decompensate. He decided against doing that. And so they closed me up and just fixed what they needed to fix. And I was intubated. They tried to extubate me. Didn't work. So they left me on the ventilator overnight. And the next morning, first things out of my mouth was, "It's still there."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? Huh?" And I yelled it because the tube came out, and I thought I wasn't talking very loud. Because they woke me up, and the respiratory therapist needed to have that checked off, that she knew how to, the student needed to know how. So they had untaped everything and said, "Now she'll be right here. We have to wait for the doctor." She's standing right there, watching out the door, looking for the doctor as I'm going, because it's like driving me crazy. Mikey's standing over here just going, "Relax, relax." 2 seconds, she turns around to come towards me. Doctor's in the door, and he says something to somebody else, and I had it out. So I handed it to her. She looked at me, and I just gave it to her. And he's like, "Oh, very good." And he checked her off. I said, "It's really no big deal. You just sort of yank it out, They cough and gag. I says, no problem. She goes, I've done it before. I don't know why I have to do it again. And I'm like, Mikey was so mad. He goes,
yeah, and you're like, I've done it a million times.
Yeah,
I know how to do it.
I know how to do it.
I'm doing it on myself too.
I'm doing it out of here, you know. If I could have got my hands up, like during the night, I was conscious enough. When they were weaning it off, my hand, I could scratch at I was scratching at the tape, and the nurse actually came in and caught me doing that night.
Did they have your hands Velcroed down or something?
Yeah, we do that. We restrain them, but not to the point that you don't have some movement. But if you wiggle down in the bed like this, you can get your hand.
You would wiggle down
and everything. You know, even though you know you're getting enough air because the ventilator's breathing for you, you're getting enough oxygen. You just put a straw in your mouth and then
breathe through that.
Breathe through there. And you get that weird, plus this tube sitting right on your gag reflex, and you're getting ready.
We need to stop with that whole conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, yuck.
Anyway, it was kind of yuck, but that's besides the point. But I did yell at him because he didn't take the fat blob off, and it's still here to this day. Damn guy didn't even do what he's supposed to, but it was a guy, right? I told him to slip and cut the boobs off. I told him I wouldn't even sue.
Yeah, right.
I said, just, you're
there. I'm flayed open anyway. Just take them off.
Just take them off. I mean, you got to get them out of your way because you're working on this part. So they got to be moved over. So just get rid of them. The other day I was getting dressed. I was trying on pants because some fit, some don't. Okay. So I've been working on that. I actually got my boob stuck in my jeans. I did, because I was doing this and my boob was in my jean and I couldn't figure out how I was pulling on the boob. It was sort of stuck and I was afraid it was going to be in the zipper. It was like right here in the zipper part. Oh my God. I have a bruise right here too.
Sorry.
I know. That's what I mean. When they say, what size is your waist? Well, with or without my boobs. Are my boobs in there?
Did you see the card that Jamie got me for my birthday?
Yes. No, I didn't.
It said something like, that old, your boobs are still in the picture with your face.
Yeah, that's it. I remember. So yeah, that's it. So
oh my God.
I have the Golden Girls on today. Yeah, I'm going to stay classy today. So
yeah, stay classy.
Me and my boobs today, I'm telling you. I did, and also the other day, I went to Kohl's. When was it? I know. I went to Kohl's and I tried on bras. I actually tried on a couple bras.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Have they changed over the years? Let me tell you, they either go from super slut to these that have nothing. And yet they claim they have support. I don't get it. I never wear one. So
go to the ones that are in a box.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I used to.
Just get them in a box.
18 hours.
Oh yeah, just stick with those.
They're probably the best you can probably have over some of the others.
Yeah, for us
as girls
that have
yeah,
fat in places that
Carly's in the house.
We're not supposed to have fat in.
Yeah. Hey, she's right. Jody said it right. Your shawl is beautiful, and it is their third brain.
Yeah. They need to make sure that they have all their brains still. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's totally there. So let's see what else. Oh, had an epiphany this week. Really did. I had ordered the new yarn club from Brenda and Heather.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I had ordered a regular sock skein on a different email. And she called me. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Heather. And
said, for you guys who don't know who Brenda and Heather is, B-A-H.
B-N-H. And she said, did you realize you did this? And I said, I even got to talk to her because she sent me a text message because she says that she knows, she's heard I get a lot of emails. So these guys actually pay attention to us, which is so cool. But anyway, so their new club is Rainbow. Hold on. The club is called Rainbow Rock. I think Rainbow's Rock. I think
Rainbow's Rock.
Yeah. And she has different months. April just came out. So I had this epiphany.
So spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you're in the club and you don't want to know what it is
yet,
tune out for a second.
But you'll want this. So you may be getting going. So I said, no, I want the extra skein. I was going to give it to my sister because it comes in 2.
Uh-huh.
So I thought this way she could, if she wanted to try the mittens or whatever, she would have the double set. So this is the variegated. This is living on a rainbow.
Living on a rainbow.
That's what it's called, living on a rainbow. It's her sock. It's
the screen is like muting everything.
Yes,
These are
so
super
bright.
vibrant.
Super vibrant. Okay. So then the epiphany hit this morning. I also got this, which is this sock set of all
the colors. Solid colors.
Solid colors.
Ouch. I'll be right back.
And
I'm getting more coffee.
She's getting more coffee. And I decided, as much as I like Stephen West fragmentation, I think it's going to be a little tough to kind of keep up with that on the cruise. So I picked up a Stephen West, another one of his worldly great patterns. It's called Eyelet Burst Shawl. Okay. And it's a fade thing. So you use 4 different colors, and for a while you just use one skein, and then you do one skein,
and then you marl it,
and away you go, right? Well,
Deb's not going to do that.
No, I'm not. What I'm going to do, and I ordered another one of these, I'm going to do this color here, then one of these. Then I'm going to do this color here, and then one of these. And then this color, and another one of these.
Mm-hmm.
All the way down the shawl. Now, I may not use the whole thing up here on the first 2 colors, because I don't want like a big blob. But I'm going to do that all the way down.
I think it's going to be really cool looking.
Oh, I think so too. I think that's going to rock.
Yeah.
But I needed one more skein, so my sister's not going to get it. Sorry, Gail. Because it's going to be mine. Because I have to do something cheery and fun
and bright. And these
bright.
are primary colors.
These are just total primary. So we're going to be living on a rainbow with all these colors, and then with the variegated in between. And I'm going to wind them up. I want to do a bit of a swatch just so I can kind of get an idea of how this colors out. But I don't really care how it colors out. And for a change, this Stephen West is only a 4-page. Can you believe that? 4 pages. Like the first page is a picture, okay? The second page is telling you the yarns, and another picture and your abbreviations. This is the entire instructions right up there.
You gotta love that. When you have a Stephen West pattern that is like legitimately just 1 page of pattern. That's perfect for.
You start out with your tab, you do 2 rows, and then there's a 2-row repeat for the entire shawl.
Yeah, that's popcorn knitting.
I mean, talk about amazing for Stephen West. So there is a fun. He has an I-cord bind off, which will be okay. So I can watch the video and do that. That's fine. But anybody who knows Stephen West knows that he has pages and pages. Like I told Marsha, always says that, you bought the pattern for a good read, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's probably how it's going to be, because, Stephanie Loviton's, hers are very detail oriented as well. She's another one. And not that his are difficult. He doesn't do, they're not difficult. It's just that there's writes
a lot of
everything
structure.
out.
There's a lot of structural.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like my painted bricks. I had to get 52 stitch markers.
Trust me, she didn't have an issue getting 52 stitch markers.
I didn't. I got them from a friend of mine who's pretty good at everything. So you're right. What do you think, guys? This is going to be like so.
That'll be
so me.
It is so you.
Yeah,
you're
so me.
Loud and obnoxious. No, no. It's so bubbly and bright, and it's
I think it'll be
you.
Perfect. And
it's perfectly you.
The only biggest problem I think I'm going to have is because it's so bright, people are going to be stopping by and driving me crazy until they see me after a couple of days.
Well, maybe you do it after you go back into
in my
or
room
in your room watching,
when
Star
I'm
Wars,
watching Star Wars or something
or
like that.
or you're having a cup of tea on your balcony.
or something. I can do it there.
You can do it there, and then
have it a little.
you can take your blah ones that nobody's going to ask you about, like orgasm.
Well,
Or
that's what happens.
You purposely bring orgasm out because you want to shock them.
Yeah, that's the first reason.
Right.
Because everybody's like, what's that pattern called? Orgasm. Oh, I'm working on my orgasm.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite thing to say. And my sister just rolls her eyes. She's like, whatever. And these little old ladies they're like, what?
That's the name of the pattern.
And I like to knit. So why wouldn't I be orgasmically?
Right.
Yeah, because I'm a process knitter. Not so much. This is a project knit because I'm going to do this as a project.
Yeah.
And they already put it in the mail. Those guys are so good.
Oh,
they already,
Brendan, Heather.
I put on there. I wrote a note and said, "Hey guys, got a brilliant idea. Going to do this. So I want another one. Too bad for my sister. So sad for Gail because she doesn't get anything then." So
well.
Anyway, so that's going to be cool when you see me when I get back. I won't be too far along. I'm hoping maybe 2 or 3 colors, but because I'm not planning on taking the whole thing with, because then my whole suitcase is yarn.
Right.
Yeah, because I do have a couple of other projects that I've kind of set aside for vacation because they're just that. And we are now made the big decision with the hat. It's all done. I'm at the point where I'm using my new little black. Oh, I'm just going to do a
1x1 rib.
1x1 rib. I'm going to put 1 row of black around and then do 1x1 rib and turn it. And that'll be maybe an inch or so.
Yeah.
Because I don't need a lot. Because I know it's long enough. See, it's going to be.
But it's not for you. It's
for somebody
else
on the ship.
Yeah. This is a giveaway hat.
These are my little giveaway, either for Alaska or this cruise or one of the other cruises. Or,
if you need more, let me know. I got plenty in the drawer.
Yeah, maybe I'll just take them along and just kind of pass them out.
Pass them around.
Well, I don't know what Norway's. Okay, Sweden, come on in the house, Sweden and Norway. We need you in the house. I don't know what kind of temperatures they have in the summer.
It doesn't matter. The hats are fine until winter comes along.
That's true. I could just put it on.
They don't.
I had it on earlier.
Yeah, like that. We took our picture like that.
Sure. See how it fits? It's really good. I did buy a pom-pom, a little fluffy pom-pom. I'm serious. It was a little fluffy pom-pom.
That's like a Barbie hat pom-pom.
It is. It's like a Barbie hat. It's like one of those, like you would get on trim. Like you get on trim.
God. You cannot put that on a full-size adult's hat. No.
Well, why not? I could have it hanging and then you'd have a dingle ball. They tell me to strap a pair on. I could just strap a pair on, on my hat. I have no trouble with that.
I have no trouble with that.
And so that's my plans and I'm sticking to it. And this one, hopefully now that she has the orgasm finished, done. And this is a standard. I'm waiting.
That's a regular.
So she's
that one just. This one just hangs out in my purse, and whenever I'm waiting somewhere, that's the one I pull out.
And I believe she has something to show us.
I kind of showed. Did I show you guys
on the other
last week on the podcast, or did I just put it up on Instagram?
You must have just put it on Instagram. I don't know. I think it was on there.
Okay. Well, this one got me this bag. Or made me this bag.
I did. For the birthday. So it's this cute little, French chocolate. It's the closest pink fabric I had. That's why
there's pink and gold and white and black.
Right.
For my birthday.
Right.
And I said, well, I have to match my project now to the bag.
Of course.
And I had been thinking that I needed to revive my dreadlock hat pattern.
Yes.
Okay. So I had it on Ravelry. And when I took all of my stuff off of Ravelry, I took that. Obviously, I took that pattern down. But in the process of taking down the pattern, I still have the pattern, but I don't have any photos of finished hat. and I have given them all away to
Oh.
people with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Obviously, because
Sure.
it's called the dreadlock hat. So I decided I'm going to revive this pattern by first making up another hat so I can take some photos of it. And initially I did it in worsted weight.
Yes.
Now I'm doing this one in fingering. And I should have done it in holding double.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm doing it holding single. So we're going to see where it comes to. So anyway, I started the brim.
There's the brim.
So people say it looks like I'm making a belt, but essentially
It's a brim. It's the,
the
hat
brim of the hat goes like this, and you just keep doing this way,
Right,
back and forth
until you
all the way around. And then I'm going to pick that up and add this.
It's Fleece Artist.
Fleece Artist.
It's been around quite a while.
It's white with black flecks. So I thought it would match kind of perfectly.
Comes from Nova Scotia.
To this bag.
Yeah. And
I'm going to, you know how you can add beads into knitting or crochet?
Right.
And I thought, but
let's put in
stitch markers. So I'm going to test it out and see
how it goes,
how it works. But I wanted to get that gold in there for the bag with the gold on it.
Yeah.
So I made up some
the black with
hot
the gold.
pink and gold stitch markers that I'm going to permanently put into the actual project.
So cool, huh, guys? This is going to be so
we'll see
neat.
how that goes.
Yeah.
If it looks like dingleberries, if it looks like crap,
then
I'll take them. I won't.
Back. Right.
I won't leave them in. But
right.
I think it will be really, really cool.
Oh, I think so too. What do you guys think? I think
these might be,
right.
it might be better with worsted weight, but
yeah.
I don't care. We're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll just kind of get a play with it, and then if not, we'll find a worsted black and white or something, and go from there.
Yeah.
But at least you can get the pattern started, so you can get an idea.
Well, and I can get photos, and then you can have an idea that it can actually be done with fingering too, because who of us does not have a bunch of fingering?
Yeah, some people that's all they have.
Fingering.
Caring. Oh,
Caring. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, Karen, do you even have anything other than that? I don't think that. Well, Colleen might have a bit.
But Karen doesn't crochet.
No, she doesn't.
So this is done in crochet, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is done in crochet. So this is crocheted back and forth.
Back and forth to get your brim.
Yeah. And then the rest of the hat obviously is crocheted as well. But yeah.
Nice.
It could be. I'm thinking it probably could be done in knit too, but
and then dreadlocks. Here we come. Yeah. And then you'll be so surprised. And then you know what? Maybe then after you get the pattern and we do that, we might have to go up and take it to Snoop, because then he could wear it with his dreadlocks. Yeah. If nothing else, I could maybe just take it up there and say, "Here, this is a present for Snoop."
Snoop doesn't have dreads.
He's got braids. Hair. He's got braids, but dreads, braids. I mean, they're
not the same.
Well, I wouldn't know the difference. I mean, I don't even have enough hair for them to even do the little beady stuff.
No.
They couldn't even do that. Much less.
I mean, I created the hat a long time ago for a friend who had dreads all the way down to his waist. And his mom would knit him up like 100% wool hats, regular hats. And he would stuff his hair all up inside of the hat and stretch it way the heck out. And then he would have to give it back to his mom to have her shrink it back down again when it got too big.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't I just create you a hat that, and I think the first couple of them I did in Crazy Yarn.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Crazy Yarn makes a great pair of
held double. Crazy Yarn held double. So they were interesting.
That would have been interesting from the pattern standpoint, but it's thicker because it's the cross between DK and worsted. So you were closer to an Aran weight. Maybe.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting to see.
Jody
Okay.
asked if we saw
Carly.
Candy's latest
You
blended
know.
shawl. It's the latest one she just is giving out this week. It's beautiful. Go on Expression Fibers and download that. She has a crochet version one and a knitted one.
Oh, is that the one
beautiful.
from last week?
Yeah, the one from yesterday. Last Friday.
I just deleted that right away. I didn't even look at it.
Oh, you should have. Get on
my
there,
bad.
look.
I'll go
You
look.
bad.
I'll go look.
You're right. Jody says
Normally
it's great.
I look at those pretty extensively, but I was at work
and you just sort of blip through and just kind of went on a roll.
click delete.
Yeah. I look forward to it. And now when I'm gone, when I'm on the cruise, I try to at least look at Ravelry 2 or 3 times a week, just in case I'm not missing something I need to have.
Heaven forbid.
I know. But on Fridays, I make sure Mikey knows if I don't have my email with me, he goes and he downloads it for me. He goes in on it. He
On
clicks
Ravelry?
on it. No.
The free one?
On the free one. He goes into my email from Expression Fiber and he clicks on it and he puts it in my cart. He logs me in and then he checks out so that I don't miss it. Yeah, I've had a couple in there. I'm like, why did you download that? And he's like, well, it was the free Friday. And I said, I'll never do that.
But like, how would he know? Doesn't matter. Like, come on.
I says if it's got squirrely things in it and it's all these curly cute things, I'm not going to do all that. That's called you need a lifeline, and I don't like to put them in if I don't have to.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I'm just going with that. I like the boring knitting. I like the popcorn knitting.
Yeah, there are times when it's okay to do something a little more adventurous, but I have a tendency to look for that adventure in a hat more so than I do
a big shawl.
In a shawl. Because if you're doing a lace in a hat, if it gets off, it's just on somebody's head. So it's not as
well,
bad.
and it's smaller.
It's smaller.
Yeah.
So you have maybe 8 repeats instead of 80 repeats.
Right.
And so
I'll take my adventure in the form of color.
Yeah,
instead of crazy stitch combinations.
Me too. And when I get this done, I'll send it to Brother and Heather and a picture, and they can just put that on their website to show how good they are. And I'll send it to Steve and Wes and say, hey, you don't need to be doing these dull colors. You need to be doing these colors.
Well, he does do those colors.
Well, yes and no.
But
he doesn't. He's gotten very muted to me over the last. Now, Stephen B. in Minnesota, he does a lot of crazy colors. A lot of his stuff is very bright. But
I think it's just like the rest of us. Like you go through phases. You know, like right now I can do some hot pink, but normally I'm okay with,
yeah,
plain. But
sure.
But I'm branching out in my color. Kind of.
Maybe on a stick, maybe in a package she buys at the store.
Hey! Somebody got me a coloring book, and I need to show you what I did. I need to go get it.
She needs to go get it because I did get her a coloring book. Did you actually? I was going to ask you if you actually colored in it yet.
And hold on, I have a story about it. But
she has a story and everything about it. So hey, guys, we're gonna have story time today. So you're not going to be bored with us as if you ever really were. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I could probably get that done. I think so because we're going to be on this ship for 8 days before we even get to the Azores. So I think I could do that. And once I get started on it, I think it'll be fun. So, and I do take a coloring book. I have one and it's about places where I've been. So, and I only use pencils, not pens.
Oh, well.
On my coloring, that one.
I think I told you.
Remember?
Remember?
Last week? Yep.
So I'm on a video chat with my daughter. And I said, you got to see the book that Deb got me for my birthday, my coloring book. And so I hold it up and I show her and she goes, hang on. And literally she doesn't even get out of her seat. She's sitting at, she goes like this and reaches over and comes back with her own fucking coloring book that's all the fun stuff.
How cool.
So we started comparing.
Which ones are your favorites and which ones you're going to do?
Where's the one that I was working on?
You'll find it.
It's right at the beginning, and I thought. It is.
Oh, look at there. She did. I'm so pleased. Look at that. Oh, and she used pen and she used pencil.
And pencil.
Oh my God, mixed media and everything. Look at this. Oh my God.
Obviously, I'm not done with it yet.
But this is the best. This is a good saying.
Yep.
Not giving a fuck is better than
Revenge.
Oh my God, is that not true? That's like life in general.
Yeah.
That's like
Just don't give a fuck.
amazing. Yeah, just don't give it. That piss people off more than anything.
Do you like my little highlight on this one?
Oh, I do. You got the shading in.
I
and
got
everything.
the shading.
She's shady. Gonna throw her some shade.
A little shady.
A little shady there. So yeah, you are batshit crazy. Love it.
So, needless to say,
She's actually started.
I can get my color
Get your
craziness
in your
in
book.
there.
There you go. That's how you have to do it. I get it a little bit otherwise, but Mikey just thinks that's so funny because I'll make all this bright stuff, but I rarely wear it. But I'll wear bright tie-dye. I really like bright tie-dye. That's one of my favorites. Is
But you wear painted bricks, and that's
well, it's a little brighter.
it's not neon, but
No,
it's
no.
lots of colors.
It's lots of colors. I have neon color in the painted bricks hat, which is blue and neon. So that's my hat, but I don't have it otherwise. And I have, if you've ever go online and see Brito, Britto. He's my favorite artist in the entire world. And talk about color. Wow! He has got some amazing color. And I wish I could do color like he does. But my coloring is very similar to Brito's style. It's like my fish is bright green and purple and yellow and has got orange dots on it and everything. So, it's more like color therapy.
Yeah.
Just put the color where you like to want to put it and be done with it. And I love the sparkles. Maggie's here. Maggie is 59 next week. Ah, it's all over, Maggie.
Stop it. It's not.
Actually,
that's 60.
Actually, 59 is good because you can still play both sides of the coin. You can still play the, I'm not old yet. Or you can go, I have to practice being old. Because at 60, it's like your filter goes away. I'm 70 in September. Look out. Then we're in trouble because my filter went away at 50 because I thought that was great. And then at 60, it was even worse. But 50 got blamed for all my issues with my mouth was mainly because of my menopause. So that got blamed. And now it still gets blamed.
Did I tell you I woke up in the middle of the night last week? Like just drenched. Absolutely drenched.
Welcome to the world.
I'm like,
When I used to work in cath lab in the holding area, we'd have the temperature turned down. And these guys, everybody would be like, why is it so damn cold in here? There are 6 menopausal women.
Because
okay, this is fine. I can
you
just
don't
use an
want
extra
us to
blanket.
kill you. That's why. You
So,
put a sweater on. We can only take off so much legally.
yeah, and what I mean, even if it wasn't legal, you don't want to see it as it is anyway, I mean, one's there and one's here and
One's tucked in and one's not.
and,
One's over the shoulder and one's tucked in.
over the shoulder, holder. They're just about to that point where I can almost, when I lay down for something, they fall and they're like, okay, now put your arms on. I'm like, I can't because my boobs are there. So when they did the last
Then
CT,
you just need to go up underneath and squish them up.
well, I did. And then I was like, okay, is that better? And she was like, it doesn't look very comfortable. And I said, it's not, but at least they're out of your way. So, because
No, if you guys would take him off, I wouldn't have this problem.
I want them off. And I know that's not very nice because some people who end up having breast cancer and they have mastectomies and then, they've lost part of it.
You know what? It has nothing to do with them, and this has to do with you.
It has to do with me, and I want them gone. Totally gone. I want them gone. Just like I want hair on my head.
Yes,
I'm not
but
getting hair. And you want me to go on? I can rave a little bit more. And Sasquatch, I think, left.
I think he did too.
Oh,
His door is open.
okay.
I
so
think he left.
I was going to say maybe
There
I
was
shouldn't
no
be
Sasquatch
speaking like
sighting
that.
because we
switch sides so that you guys don't get this or
major glare.
Well,
Now
it isn't so much the glare. Then our halos are always glowing, and so
they thought we were more angelic than we really were.
Yeah. So it kind of
we're
became
not.
an oxymoron for you guys because you're like, wow, they have this halo around their head, but whoa, they're talking about the penis pepper and
Oh,
and things
geez.
like that. So
And my fuck off coloring book.
yeah, there you go. Oh, I should probably order one of those for the cruise because that might shut a lot of people up and ask me what I'm doing.
But well, I'm working on my orgasm and coloring my fuck off. That's what I'm doing. How about you? What are you up to?
What are you up to? Yeah, I'm and I'm listening to Shoot 'em Up Bang Bang here. So anyway.
Oh, speaking of listening to a book, so this last week, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. But last week at work, so I got these earphones that are like the kind that sit in front of your ear. They don't go inside your ear.
Right.
They sit in front.
Right.
And it's just the vibration.
And they go around.
They go around the back.
Right.
It's a thing that goes behind your head and then comes up over your ear and sits right in front of your ear right there.
It goes by
I don't like earphones that go into my ear.
Okay.
So Jamie got me those, Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. Long story as to why I got them, but I got them. And I started listening to what I call mommy porn. Like a 50 Shades or something like that.
Okay.
At work. On my phone. Because my
So they'll know what you're doing when you're wiggling. Whoa.
Oh my God, it's so funny though, because I'm like, I got two boys on either side of me, and I got this mommy porn going off in my. I can't remember. Don't ask me the name of the book.
Throbbing loins.
Don't ask me the name of the book. I don't remember, but they're all about the same anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here, and one of them would say something to me, ask me a question about order, and I'm like, hold on, I have to open up my phone and put it on pause. They can't hear it.
No.
I can't hear them when they talk to me, which is really weird. I thought I would be able to because,
your ear canal is
completely open.
Right.
But you can't.
Oh.
And they can't hear it. I
ordered a pair and they sent them back.
Really?
Well, they didn't fit very good.
Okay.
And they hooked. They kind of hooked on the ear. They kind of hooked like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was so afraid they were going to get in the way, and I just didn't like the feel of them. And plus, I think that they were a little bit bigger than what I should have gotten the ones over the ears, but I don't because my glasses sit right here, and that's why I don't use headphones either, because it like pushes them into my head. So I actually bought a pair of earbuds this week, and I had them engraved so that my sister and I wouldn't say that's her container, and it's really my container. Because now we both have earbuds. So yeah. But I don't mind. But see, for 30 years, I had stethoscopes in my ears.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not a big deal to do that. What I find amazing, though, is that when you do put them in here, and they are noise canceling. I mean, you don't hear, and yet they don't like fit completely in, but you don't hear the airplane. And so the only thing, and so I was hoping maybe when I sleep, it'll be okay. Because then maybe it'll close things
on the
out
airplane.
On the airplane, because the airplane noise bothers me sometimes when I'm trying to sleep. You get that sound. Even in first class, they don't get rid of it. So I thought, well, maybe we'll give it a shot.
It's not just like white noise for you. It's not like
no. It's actually Now the last time when we came home from England, when we went to England the last time, I had a fan because it was very warm in there in November.
In the
In the
airplane?
plane,
Okay.
it was so hot. So I had my fan on. So I actually, then the noise didn't bother me so much because I thought it was my fan. I told
Oh.
myself it was just my fan,
Yeah.
even though my fan isn't very loud. Yeah.
But that's okay. It's
But
a
that's okay.
mind
It's
trick.
a fan. It's a mind thing we do.
Yeah.
Well, hello there, Terry from Pennsylvania. How you doing today? Yeah.
So this little brim is going to take me a hot minute to do.
And then she's gonna be flying along on that as she goes.
Yeah, it's so for any of you crocheters out there, this is a single crochet in the back loop, which gives you the ribbing
right
kind of thing.
Or you, if you know your size, you can do through the front loop, through the front.
Well, either
like
way,
a double crochet with a post. But this would be better. Except I find that so annoying.
What?
Going in those little rows.
Oh, in the short little rows.
Short little rows. I don't know why.
If you did it in the round,
you do a double crochet through the front, around the front post, front to back, or back to front. So
you do a front and then a back and then a front and then a back.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting too.
Yeah.
I like making a belt.
She likes making a belt. There you go.
I make a belt. And I just measure this way. I just go, yep, it needs to be that big. But I think we should probably round this up for the day.
Sunday, so that you can get your your Palm Sunday going and doing whatever it is. Basketball's on. I don't know who's playing because I didn't care. It was in Indiana and we didn't have snow. But I have to tell you, in Indiana, March came in like a lamb because it was 73 degrees.
Well, it went out like a freaking lion.
But it went out like a lion. Let me tell you, Friday night into Saturday, it was rainy, tornadoes. We had just had some monstrous weather over the months.
And yesterday it was just windy
and awful and spitty. You just you try to go out and do something, and then the next thing you know, it's like spit, spit, spit. Okay, well, I'm going back in,
Well, Jamie and I we stopped over and picked up some cardboard to put down low. I have a little garden bed down low that I just don't feel like digging everything up. I have some oregano that took over like the whole thing. So I'm just going to throw some cardboard over the whole thing. And then I have my big pots up here that the soil needs rejuvenated. So instead of amending the entire thing of soil up there and re-putting it, I'm just going to dump them into the garden down below.
Right. And then
on top of the cardboard,
whatever you get, the cardboard will break down.
Yeah, the cardboard breaks down and it'll kill the plants underneath it.
Yeah.
And no chemicals.
Yeah.
But so we were gonna play around with that, and then we had some grass and some other plants out front that need to be trimmed back big time or pulled out, whatnot. But I'm like, we can't even do the grass because it would be in everybody's freaking yard before we even had a chance to pick it up.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, Mikey went and got his pansies from Sullivan, so we're getting ready to get some color out and everything. So we'll have some pansies out for that. So
we picked up dirt and peat moss and cardboard. So that's just in the back of my car now until we can actually do it.
Can't do it today because he's out golfing. So I have to catch him on the days.
9 tornadoes in Indiana. What, yesterday, Carly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me. And overnight, we had bad weather coming through. We dodged a bullet here in Indy. So it went around.
But it's pretty today. Not a stitch of wind, and the sun's out. So
Right. I bit my lip and it got caught.
You don't even have braces.
I know, but I have funky holes in my teeth. So now I'm bludgeoning to death. Look at my hemoglobins are falling out. Look,
hemoglobins are falling out.
I'm getting weak from all the blood loss. On that note, I think I better get ready.
Yeah, I better take you to the hospital.
I be zombie.
Better take you to the hospital. Make sure that you're not going to.
Billy.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Oh my God.
That's all
dear.
I know, guys. So
Oh my
anyway,
God. Love you guys long time.
yeah, we do. And thank you for being here. And I
And listening to our gibberish.
see, look, I have a little hole now right there, and I
Maybe I'll have this done by next week.
My dad used to say that when we'd ask him if we knew where anything was. Hey, here it is hanging on my lip. Drove us crazy as kids. I just thought I'd share that with you just because. And on that note, I'm out of there. Love you guys. See you next Sunday. It will be Easter. So we understand if, you won't be here.
No,
But-
we understand if there's more people on because they need to get away from the crazy
I
family.
know. You could use this as an excuse because we're
We're
telling
totally
you
okay with it.
something that's very special, and you have to close the door and hide in the room because nobody can hear this because this is shared information from just us. So use this. Totally.
Yeah.
We're cool with it. And just if you need us to back you up, like if they send us an email,
Yep,
just
totally.
tell us.
Just
We're
totally.
cool.
We got your back.
We got your back, Jack.
Not a touchscreen.
Oh, fucking A. Bye.
I love it when we can say it's not